Now we've got 20 athletes competing for just 6 final places. This is the list of names. Molly Thompson-Smith will be out first as she qualified in last position, and Brooke Rabatou down at the bottom of the leaderboard will climb last as she qualified in first. And Shauna, you were saying some big names missing from this list. It's quite wide open. Yeah, Osh is her preferred name, if you're wondering. So although it's Oceana on screen, we will call her Osh because that's what she would like. So the
you can see here, she's much taller.
Yeah, makes that bump and then stretches the left foot out. And let's watch this section here. So much tension required. She unlocks the toe, holds the swing.
She looks like she's absolutely cruising in cruise mode, gets that heel locked in. Going to take her time to stay steady into the match, and looking happy with that. It's a hard move up to that yellow. You want to get nice and high because it's an undercut. She just didn't quite have the height there.
Yeah, and she'll have one more go at that probably with 1:14 to go. Osh again on the black volume is better this time.
Much better, so she was a lot deeper on that hold this time. She's going to be fighting here to get to the zone. It's a bad hold. She's got a toe hook behind that, but she, unlike Molly, has her right foot up. So she managed to get that up a bit sooner than Molly did.
Yeah, well, she just turns that zone hold into the better position by being on the left of it.
Exactly, it changes how good it feels.
First time really seeing this section of the route.
Position, because her toe's pulling her down and her hand is also upside down.
Well, Osh is in. She jumps into that left foot, sinks down onto it to stop the movement. And now standing up, yeah, no texture where her left hand is, apart from on the blue volume. The yellow is slippy.
Great to get our first look at the end of women's 3 here. Osh really making it work for her, doing it her own way on that start section, and in cruise mode now.
She is, but she's only got 14 seconds, so keep an eye on the time. Brings the right foot through. 10 seconds to go. This needs to happen now. The thumbs are going to play. She's got one hand, needs to match it in control. She does with 3 seconds to go. Awesome from her.
Wow, that was incredible. I've got goosebumps. The right of the foot not allowing her to reach far enough to get that hold.
Okay, well, she's figuring that one out. Osh, you're going to talk about hips again in a sec because she starts the swing. And she's in easily.
Very smooth. She knew exactly how to execute that movement then.
So left foot up, and this is a huge move. And she stops on the black volume. One move to go now. The top's in sight, and this will do great things to her score. But these first sets of boulders are going to be tough for her.
Yeah, but she's so strong. You know, I think we'll see her cruising through the first one, is what I would expect, and probably the second one too, in all honesty.
Yeah, let's wait and see. Francisca misses the paddle, and this is Mori, so yeah, looking very smooth. Drops the right foot down.
Making it work her way.
Exactly that. And she's not.
I wondered if we'd see a high foot here. If anyone's going to make the high feet work, it's going to be and I expect similar on the next one.
Crushed it from Mori.
Able to utilize the zone in a much better way, but coming back to Francisca on Boulder 4 here, she's dialing those moves.
Yeah, and from here we saw Osh do it first time. That left heel toe cam, it looks like. Clever to hold her into position. And that's a good top.
Gone away and worked on her weaknesses, been very open about that on social media, posting videos of competition style climbing, like the new school funky movements. Definitely wanting to be up there with the best in Boulder. She's definitely one of the best in lead.
Oh, is that Martina? She's on Boulder 4. I think she flashed that. Top right of your screen. We heard the crowd react. She's certainly done it. Awesome from her.
Looking forward to seeing that. That was very quick work. Less than a minute.
Brilliant. Well, hopefully get a replay of that. Jessie is on the flash as well, as we'd expect, I think, on Boulder 1 for her. Main screen. Running on, she was vocal about.
And I know she'll be wanting to give it her absolute all out there on those mats today.
So Kyra is underway on women's 1. Mori on women's 2. hits the slap and falls.
She didn't stab her right foot. You know, she did the paddle dyno, hit the right hand, and then her body just kept rotating, not allowing her to make the most of that.
Ai with a great heel hook on the left. Really impressive to make that stick.
This is exactly what I thought we'd see from Ai. She's really great with her heels, high foot placement. It's a powerful section coming, but she's got her weight above the lip here, which is what I was saying earlier. She needed her hips nice and high.
Yeah, and the first one to really make this move work, bumping the right.
Left toe back step, which is going to be crucial, into the narrow compression like the setters expected.
Oh. Top to come. Oh, we're about to see on top first top. She needs to go maybe above it. There she does. A little swing and a catch.
You're going to need a lot of tops for finals.
Yeah, it's gone quickly, hasn't it? And for Natalia, a disappointing lead round by her standards. It didn't make semi-final, so this is important for her.
It really is, and an unexpected round in lead, but she can now focus on Boulder. And also, like we've said, all of these athletes, or most of these athletes, are looking to do the lead in Boulder at the end of the event, which is where the Olympic spots will be awarded. And Natalia came out looking like she means business here. She is competing in the lead in Boulder. She is looking for an Olympic spot.
Yulia is figuring out the slab. You can see her practicing it on the mats there, the movements required. And Jessie launches into the slap. Bumps the hand up and gets a heel locked in. She's so good at that. And then
changing the heel to a toe, getting a bicycle, trying to make something work.
She's in
Just
the right
see
body.
how steep it is there, her ponytail hanging down.
Yeah, that's a good point. You can tell. Bumps up with the right.
That was really strong work from Jessie.
Yeah, getting into that position was smart like that. And now we've seen Ai Mori do this. Can Jessie do it?
Similar to Ai, her left foot is super high as well, which is going to make a big difference getting that hips up just a little too short.
Points count. Petra Klinger gets a massive reaction as she runs on. And
yeah, so going on 2 decades now, so yeah, to see her still fighting hard out there on the mats is really impressive.
yeah, and worth remembering with Petra as well, she's the ice climbing world champion currently, so multi-discipline athlete, so strong.
Home crowd advantage, but also adding that pressure, you know, it's stepped up a gear in this arena and you can feel it, Petra can feel it, but she wants to put on a show. She's here to be trying hard. Fought really hard on that move there. Wasn't quite in the right body position, but it didn't matter. She was able to power through it. One hand on the finisher, stepping that right foot up and the left heel in, securing the match. There for Petra, I think that will help settle the nerves. We've not seen Petra in a final since 2019, so she's going to be looking for that spot, especially with the home crowd behind her. She lived in Bern for 8 years. She knows the city.
Really good. Oh, look at Ai Mori's stretch here. I mean, she is not the tallest, so that splits move is outrageous.
It's almost a full box splits there. That is such impressive climbing.
How is she creeping out of that? She is crimping the edge of the volume.
I knew it was possible. Yes, come on.
You still got it, Shauna. You still got it.
I don't think I've got that, but I definitely does, and she's taking her time to chalk up here. We've seen her get the zone now. She's made that work. She needs to get the foot swap next. Little squeak there, so you can hear the no texture part of the hold squeaking around as she's adjusting her foot. Solid through the foot swap. We're going to see her step into the next foot hold, which is blocked, like we said earlier, so really accurate requirement from her.
Yeah, we've got mics behind the wall picking up all these sounds.
All the squeaks.
All the squeaks and bangs and bumps. Oh, and look at Elnaz on women's 4, came down, but good attempt on the paddle. I am loving watching Ai Mori climb this set of boulders. She's been brilliant.
She looked like she was trying to stand on the top of the volume there. She's currently standing on nothing with her right foot. She had almost like a flagpole on that last volume in order to bring her foot up. So does it in a very different style, in her style, made it work. I expect that will change. You know, we've got a lot of athletes still to come out, but anything can happen.
Well, the lady who's just run out gets a big reaction. Oriane Berton leads.
Yeah, she You can see her body working on the wall, you know, as some people, their eyes are flicking around, you can see her body making those subtle adjustments. She really knows herself and her capabilities. You know, she hits holds incredibly accurately, and is also super, super strong. Just like Natalia, almost getting the zone on her first attempt on Boulder 2. That's a crucial zone to hit.
It is. Well, this is Oriane. We were chatting about her. Let's see if she can do this. Right hand up, needs to make the match. Adjusting the feet, and Oriane's competition is off to a good start with a flash.
Allowed her to get a bit more height, but then when she hit the zone, it looked like her body wasn't in the right position to hold it. So she'll change that up a little bit this time. She's gone for a toe hook, changing that again now.
Yeah, adjust that handle a bit lower to get the heel in.
So she's gone left with the feet. We'll need to see her work her feet around to the right in order to make this next section work, which she'll be able to do because she's dropped back down.
Smart climbing from Natalia, and she's into the zone and has a moment to chalk up as well. Watch Jessie on the slab as well on women's 3. She overbalances. Natalia getting encouragement. Nearly dropped back down. Keep doing it in sympathy in my chair here currently. It's just not finding that balancing point yet. That's better though.
Much better. You saw her left arm, a bit of tension through the wall in order to keep her in tight.
Yeah, Jessie's sitting down in 6. She's got a top and now 2 zones. Gets bumped up to 8th. And keep an eye on Natalia as well. She's launching upwards. And that's the hole Jessie is going for. Palms into it. Shuffles that right leg up in order to stand on the left.
And straight through with the foot. No problem for Jessie with that move.
Stands up, and from here we haven't seen too many people drop it. So can she keep it together? Minute and a half.
Slight shake in the leg. She's working hard for this.
Oh, she does fall.
And Boulder 3. Jessie's having lots of attempts, and Talia's having to have big rests. Such different styles.
Yeah, big contrast. This wall does lend itself to these different styles. 0 degrees at the left, 60 degrees on the right, so lots of opportunity.
Natalia back on the zone and Jessie back up high too. The clock is counting down, so I think this will be their last attempts.
All right, so Natalia has to give it everything and Jessie has to stay calm. And Natalia falls.
She didn't take her left foot up, so her left foot was low.
And let's see Jessie, so she had the heel. This was a successful one, much more stable. Delighted. Took her a while to get the power sorted. Kyra is in though.
Really fast figuring it out for Kyra there.
Yeah, good work from her. Chalks up, she knows it's important from here.
Kyra's been working really hard on her slab climbing, and it's showing here.
And that shout was for Petra on Boulder 2. Locks the heel in now. Flavie as well is making progress. Petra drops out of our shot. It's all action here. Flavie's going to top out, so that's Boulder 1 done.
Cross, which is what the route setters had planned, to stand up before going left. Everyone's kind of getting sucked into the foothold as a handhold here. There will be chalk on that, so I can see why. She's doing the same thing again.
Yeah, it's as she puts the weight on the foot, because it's so downturned, she keeps bobbling off it, and misses the jump again on the right. Oh, Petra's that right hand skin. Yeah, she looks down at the right hand. Kyra misses it that time. She's been really consistent with getting that move.
She has, yeah, it's really impressive to see. Kyra also has 10 vertebrae fused, which is not holding her back at all right now. She's overcome some incredible experiences to be here on these mats, and it's so impressive what she's able to do, and she does not let it hold her back in the slightest. Such an inspiration for many, many, many athletes.
Yeah, she really is, and it's a good point and worth mentioning that. All right, look at Eye on the right as well. Has she figured something out? Kyra's in on the left. This is good work from her.
Stood up tall before going left, didn't get sucked into that foothold as a hand. Needs to stay composed now, has opted for the foot swap. We've only seen Eye match the hold off the left foot here. She's not going to be able to compress, but hopefully she can get enough out of this hold for the match. She's coming back to chalk. The clock is ticking down.
Yeah, this is it. She's in. And that is a good top from her with 8 seconds to go.
Able to kind of work around and make it work for themselves.
Excellent coaching as always. And then Oriane is on this power boulder. Only Mori sending it so far. Really precise with the right foot to stab into that crimp. There's action going on everywhere. My eyes are flicking. Jessie makes the paddle, holds it, so she's going to top out on the right, hopefully. Oriane falls. Jessie one move away.
Annie looking smooth through this section.
Jessie's in on the right, so she gets the boulder done. And Annie just hangs around on boulders like lead routes. She's got endurance for days.
And Natalia on boulder 3 as well, making quick work of this slab.
Well, stars are popping off all over the place here in this round. Annie holds the twist.
Holds the twist without the foot. Such incredible strength there. You can see her shoulders really high. She's having to put a lot of power through that to hold on. Hasn't bumped the foot onto the volume just yet, but I think we'll see her do that now. Looking for a knee bar.
Oh,
I believe she's got a double. She's standing on her own leg to knee bar.
wow.
What
Like,
style. I hope we get to see that from another angle, and someone's definitely got a great picture of that.
I'll be honest, I did not see a double knee bar stack there.
Knee bar.
Wow. I remember first seeing that move a couple of years ago and thinking, what, no one will ever do that, and it's becoming more and more common.
Great creativity and maturity from such a young climber, to be able to see that in the moment. I doubt she planned that from the floor, but yeah.
Yeah, brilliant from Annie. Well, her teammate here, Natalia, is on to the final section. It's not done until this match, and now it is. Unreal, like.
Often the way, that expectation, it just floats away and she's allowed to just express herself.
And this was Jessie. We caught it on the small screen.
Such an impressive splash for Jessie here.
That was great. Got that high left toe in.
2 moves on this boulder, it's
been upheld, so we might see Jessie's score change here. Just to let you know.
I think she went quite direct in her movement. Hopefully she can get up and over that foot a bit more. Flavie on boulder 2. Getting stuck into those big squeezy volumes.
Well, this is Zelia Avazu, who is having a wonderful competition. Comes up from the youth circuit and doesn't seem to be intimidated by the atmosphere at the World Champs here.
And a smooth start for her there.
So, Petra looks up. She's on the last sequence of moves here.
Quick work through the start on the slab.
Yeah, just 1:20 to send that. Creeps the fingers over.
Petra didn't get the zone on boulder 2, so she's going to be looking for a top here to stay in the run-ins.
So an important moment for Petra. Flavie resting, Kyra swinging. And Kyra in, so keep an eye on the top right as well. She's on the paddle jump.
Petra's looking to make a foot swap here, but changed her mind and gone for the cross through with the foot, which will set her up really well for the final move if she can make the compression with the feet work.
All right, big moment for Petra Klingler then.
Top of right as well, Kyra topping out on boulder 4. Flavie working hard on boulder 2.
Oh yeah, Kyra's done it.
Oh no.
Falls. Natalia is starting her swing. First go for her.
Really accurate with the foot placements, landing, knew exactly what she was doing. So solid through that movement. We saw her go to the left, get loads of power out of the leg to stand up. No trouble holding on.
Yeah, from there it's pretty much done, isn't it? Natalia with a flash on women's 4. Waiting for Jessie to come back onto this slab to reclimb it. That's what's going on with Jessie. I know these scores haven't been changed on your scoreboard, but that's what we're being told.
I think that was the fastest foot swap I've ever seen from Oriane just there.
Need a stat on that. Stats people, let us know. Oriane drops in.
This is a really strong way to do this movement. Standing up before reaching across allowed her to not have to do that really hard stand up. Now getting into a great position. See, her hips are coming to the left and she's in that balanced position.
We'll wait for the confirmation of that zone.
Or hopefully an important zone to take.
Go and look at the men's one. Some interesting setting there.
The excitement on Petra's face there as she realised she'd unlocked that. I know she can do it. Before she even hit the mat, there was a smile on her face and she was ready to go again.
So Petra's on her last climb. Zelia Avazu strong, but pops the right hand.
Ooh, a slip there, but it looked like it could work for her.
Ayala, as expected, cruising. Gets that one done.
Ayala was the only person to top one of the boulders in qualifiers. So, yeah, we'll be expecting big things from her in this round. She's looking definitely on form and ready to fight.
One of my favourite things about Ayala is I know that Alex Kazanov somewhere is going insane watching her.
2 blue holds in that volume. I haven't noticed any of the other athletes do that. So I don't know if she even knows that that's what she did. It doesn't look like she's aiming for that higher blue foothold. So it'll be interesting to see if she's tunes into her body's natural rhythm of what it wants to do, or makes an adjustment so that she kind of makes the lower footwork. But yeah, I was surprised she hit the higher foothold when she stuck the move first try.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that, because yeah, remembering your own sequences, especially in the heat of the moment, but she's better there, she's in.
Yeah, it makes the lower footwork, it doesn't matter. And Flavie high on the slab here. She needs to get that compression with her feet.
Yeah, pinching. Petra drops the jump. Flavie 1 move away, but similar.
Wasn't in a balanced position.
I mean, you were talking through different options. They were like, yeah, we tried that. It's not possible for us. You know, they're always thinking, and I don't think people are aware of how much work the route setters put into these boulders.
No, and if you ever want to know how hard they work, just ask to see a route setter's fingertips after setting around. They work so hard.
All right, Petra with the swing. Better right now. Let's see if she can get there. She's been dropping this move. Well, this is going to be a reaction from the crowd if she can get this final move and make the match. Wait for the cheer.
She's fighting. Makes it work.
I mean, there's rumours about, I mean, we've got lots of athletes, some of them leaving competitions. I mean, Petra Klinger is, you know, thinking about different things. There's such an emotional reaction coming off that boulder wall. I hope we get to see her climb again, but you don't know.
Well, I'm almost certain we'll be seeing her climb in the lead and boulder at the end of the event.
Yeah.
She's looking for an Olympic spot, you know. Unfortunately, that wasn't enough to put her in a finals position currently, but what a show.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, Janja Garnbret is on. In fact, she's on 1 and 2 on your screens, but standing up, easy work from Janja.
And she's off. And she wanted hard boulders, so hopefully that's what she's got.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't wait to see her on boulder too.
Yes, oh yes, that's a really good point. Well, that's
Replay of Oriane here, her quick work and very casual hold of the paddle dyno there.
Yeah, it looks easy, didn't it?
She knew she had that in the bag.
Yeah, there's a big reaction from the crowd. Team France.
Focus and find the flow. She talks about that quite a lot, and it's beautiful to watch.
It is indeed. Well, Brooke is underway now. The last time we get to see women's one. Good footwork through. And Zelia Avazu on the slab, and look at Flavie on the on boulder 4. She's 1 move away.
Really strong from Brooke there, no hesitation. As soon as she committed to the move, there was no hesitation. Took a little minute to figure out what to do. Quick a boulder 4 at the top of the screen as well. Get to see a replay right now.
This is it. So held the twist, sets herself up for the top.
And this sort of climb, I think, splits the world of climbing as to whether people like it or not. This parkour, jumping around. It's great to watch, in my opinion, you know, and a climb like this, it's been split in the field that some of them can nail it first try, like Flavie's doing right here. Such an impressive flash to be able to do this, and then you're seeing athletes take some time to figure it out, some doing it and then struggling to repeat the movements. So for me, this is showcasing climbing incredibly well, this entire round.
I completely agree with you. Right, Zelia Avazu starts to creep over, putting the weight on the left foot. We saw Ayala Karem on women's 2, which I'm looking forward to watching her on that one. Her kind of a boulder, big swingy moves like that. Zelia, such flexibility. But bringing that right foot up is so much harder than she's making it look.
It sure is, and you know, we've seen athletes struggle on that. She's got the positioning in there. I was kind of holding my breath a little bit as she was on that move, but she was really strong and really great work for her to get that compression on that volume with her feet, making her body positioning perfect to go for the match. Strong work here from Alia.
Right, Ayala has almost trying to bring it. Is that knee in? No, not quite. It's just the angle of it.
Ayala is fighting hard.
Well, here, Janja is waiting in the wings. Runs on. The clock starts ticking down. And let's see what Janja can do with this boulder. It's hugely physical. Flash the first climb. Let's see what she can do with this one.
I spoke with Janja yesterday and she was saying how excited she was. She said she was a little nervous, which I think people might find quite interesting because, you know, she's so experienced. She's the most successful climber out there on the mats. But yeah, still gets a little bit nervous.
She does, and emotional. I mean, when she won, just drops down, holds that slap. I mean, that's her power, isn't it? Easily up with the right foot. Wow,
Easily up
Janja.
with the right foot.
Oh,
Great work from her.
this is impressive. Can she keep it together? Gets that drop knee in. Is she going to do the mini compression?
She's just wiggling her foot there onto the jib.
It's just casual up there on that hold.
Taking her time, but interestingly, you know, she's being forced to figure it out. It's not a given. She doesn't know exactly what to do. Opted for the double match on that undercut, straight to the right part of that hold. Great showcase in dynamic new school climbing ability, and we've seen athletes of all generations working their way through it.
Yeah, and to me, it doesn't feel like too parkoury. You know, it still feels like climbing, and it's been exciting. Let's see if Annie can do this jump.
Secure in the zone and setting up for this paddle. Wants to get all of her weight onto her left leg to be able to power through this. She does that. Looked like she hit the right hand wrong potentially there. Maybe her body wasn't in quite the right place.
Right, well, Jessie Piltz is back on slab 2. So there was an appeal. She lost the appeal for the top. She had 2 minutes on the clock to do this boulder. She knows what she's doing, but psychologically, this is hard.
Really, really difficult. Also on a climb like this that is so precise and is fine margins for a lot of the climbers.
Well, right hand in, she will really make sure of this. I think she'll hold it for quite a while, and she does, yes. Point proven, Jessie.
On boulder 2, it's potentially looking like you're going to need 3 boulders, 4 zones, or at least 3 boulders and 4 zones, and then also those boulders need to be done in few attempts, so that attempt from Jessie could cost her.
We'll wait and see. And remember, these results are provisional. Annie should top this out from here. Brings the right foot up. With 11 seconds to go, she nails it. She can see the audience through that gap in the curtain. And now is revealed as she runs onto the stage. Media teams working hard. You'll see lots of cameras, lots of attention on the athletes this week.
Yeah, it's such a big event, you know, not just for the athletes, for the crowd, for the world of climbing. The hype building into this event has been unreal. The city have really got behind it too.
Yeah, I've been hyping it since about April. I don't ever want to say the word World Championships ever again. Right.
Well, we've got a long ways to go. It's not over yet.
That's true. It's a good point, actually, Shauna, yeah. All right, so Brooke matches the zone hold.
Brings her left hand down, an important move there, so she was able to move her right foot really easily to the right.
Yeah, well, she's got the zone, and we know how important that is. Can she get the third top of the competition on this boulder?
Left foot came up, so she was able to get nice and high into that undercut. Be interesting to see if she's able to make this compression work, or if she opts for the double undercut like Janja.
She's having a look on top of it, hits the flat spot.
She pressed into that. Little lean back there for on the slab. Who've got on the slab? Alia. Yeah, she's leaning back with her shoulders there.
Right, Zelia launches upwards, hits the paddle. Good work from her. Eyes up the zone hold. Should get it from here, and this is going to bump her up into the 6th.
Oh, happy with that. Get her body still when she lands her feet placements. It'll be much better for her. That was loads better. You know, she was shoulders in, hips in. Quick foot swap.
Yeah, and a little kicker with the left foot to steady herself.
Yeah,
now,
just to stabilise.
Remember, she missed that zone on 2, though, so this is important in terms of attempts. She's had 9 so far.
Squeaking away on there, no texture. The panels that are just behind the footholds, making the athletes, forcing them to be precise.
Brings the right leg through easily.
Strong work from her, being able to stand up nice and tall on her feet. And you see that again. Loads of tension going through her left foot in the heel, and she's happy with that one.
She really is.
She's out on the mats on her own right now, but that's not a place that she's unfamiliar with.
Yeah, she's pretty used to that, isn't she? But a little slip there, but she saved it by stepping back.
Janja loves hard boulders. She wants to be challenged. It's great to see her hesitant, actually. She's not... She looked like she didn't know what to do. Decided when she was on the wall. I was going to say she's not decided what she's going to do. You could see that she thought about stepping, her foot slipped, she was going back and forth. She's incredible at many things. One of those things is being able to commit to a movement, give everything in that go, and doesn't often need many attempts to learn.
Yeah, instinct, isn't it? She's just got that climber's brain. Oh, she's pinching the top of the blue volume, gets the heel in. This could be the first flash of this.
She's got a toe, so she's clawing with her toe, not her heel. She did put the heel in and then adjusted that further to the right in order to get the weight in the right place to land.
Okay, well, that's her task. Brooke Rabatou, for the first time, hits this move.
Really delicate climbing from Brooke there on the footwork.
Everything can change still. We've got 6 athletes, but of course, Janja Garnbret and Brooke Rabatou so far outside, so things can still change here. Brooke making good work now she's got on this.
She looks like she's opting to go for a similar method to I, dropping down low and trying to turn this volume.
Yeah, that left foot's on nothing, and she does slide down it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I do believe if she were to stand up, she'd make light work of stepping across to the left. It will feel insecure, though.
All right, well, Ella hits the jump for the first time. 2 minutes 43. She's eyeing this up. It's a long way. It's a full body length, really, jump.
Really pausing before the setup, just making sure she had the full focus going into that paddle dyno. Big scream as she hit it too, and 2 hands on the top hole to get the top.
Brilliant from her.
Tucked into that low, method. I think there's so much chalk on the left volume now, whereas at the start of the round that wasn't there because the athletes weren't holding it.
Yeah, it's a really good point. We talked about this boulder being a bit confusing because of the amount of rubber and chalk on it, and maybe we're seeing that.
The athletes who've done this the most smoothly have stayed high through this, so stepped their left foot across and then stood up tall and haven't put their hand anywhere near the bottom half of this left volume. I believe Brooke can make this work.
Well, look, she's got that right foot on. That is brilliant from Brooke Rabatou.
Not the easiest method, but it doesn't seem to be slowing her down too much now. It's a shame she took a few attempts to figure that out, but she does have that top of boulder too.
Great to see a beater breaker here, but that left foot's not on anything. Power brings the right foot.
Yeah, heel in. We'll spend time finding the balance position. Just udges her right foot slightly. Udge, there you go, I'm using it again.
It's a brilliant word, I love it. Well, that's the top.
3 flashes so far.
She's got a big shoulder scrape. That came from the lead. I watched her walk up. I'm not sure when she did it, but she was pushing her shoulder into something at some point. That starts this swing. Easy first move.
True Janja style.
It's so fluid, that.
And that's it.
That's it. I mean, it's hard to know what to say sometimes with Janja.
Like, finished now, so she's focusing fully on this process to get to the games. An Olympian already. But she needs this to get to finals.
Yeah, this is important. Well, she's into the first move. Let's see if she can hit this paddle up with 2 hands. Hits it just fingertips holding on. 1 move away, and I think this is going to be a flash for Brooke Rabatou. Should get it from here, and she does, and that's 4 out of 4 for Brooke. Well, let's look at our results. Janja Garnbret leading the way on the top spot. 4 flashes, incredible from her. Brooke Rabatou up next. Oriane Berton, Natalia Grossman, Ai Mori, and Zelia Avezou in a final here at the World Champs. Those are our finalists, and that is an exciting list.
Yeah, great work from Team USA and Team France getting 2 athletes in. Of course, Janja Garnbret from Slovenia and Ai Mori from Japan. It's a great set of athletes, and Osh just missing it. I think she'll be happy with 7th, but it's a bittersweet. It's a hard place to end. Jessie really making that slab climb count, have been brought back out and getting into the top 10. So, yeah.